Welcome back to Tom's Carport. Yay! Good morning. All right, man. I tell you what. Ooh, I had another one of my lawn care customers come by this morning. He's got this impression he's going to buy this real cheap equipment because his guys tear it up. Well, that's why his guys are tearing it up, because it's cheap equipment. I told him I didn't want to work on the stuff anymore. That's the third person this last few days I told him I didn't want to work on their stuff anymore. I'm tired of it. Got him burnt out doing this. But today, pow. I tell you, I've gotten very slow. I hardly got anything at all to work on. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So I get to do things for myself I've been putting off for years. Starting with this thing. I just give it a good scrubbing. I did. It's an 87 Cavalier Wagon. I haven't driven this thing in 15 years probably. Well, I haven't driven it regularly since 2000. I bought this thing in 96 for mother. She drove it till 2000. She bought a new van. And I had the transmission rebuilt about 6 or 8 years ago. I just had a new windshield put in it a couple of years ago. It was all scratched up. It's in pretty good shape. It's just got a little bit of surface rust here and there. Paint's coming off, getting thin. It's a good little car. Had it for 29 years. We've had this car. It was like brand new when I bought it back in 96. But I give it a good scrubbing. It's got a good body on it. Like I said, just a little bit of surface rust. But now I'm going to clean the engine compartment. There's a squirrel. I had a nest down in there. Look at all his pecans. I had to evict him. I don't see any other damage though. No field mice or squirrels or nothing like that. But we're going to give this thing a good cleaning on the inside. I've done the outside of the body. Now we're going to clean the engine. Then I have to clean all the wheel wells. Get this thing back on the road and start driving it. It's just nasty. It sits under this carport. This carport is like a wind tunnel. All the leaves and debris and dust and pollen and everything just... Parking a car in a carport, man, just makes it dirtier than it would be if you leave it outside, let it get rained on. Huh. All right. Let's clean this engine compartment. Get this thing nice and clean. Well, I tell you, I'm enjoying my retirement. Going to get the boat out pretty soon. Then I'm going to start on that motorcycle in the office in there. I'm going to get that thing running again. I haven't driven it since 2000. Well, it was when I had spine surgery. I had to quit riding because it's a hardtail. One good bump and I'd be paralyzed. But let's get to this. Let's do this. Half and half, purple power and water. Wash all these creepy crawlies out of this thing, man. And then what I'm gonna do is get on the creeper over there. I'm gonna lay on the ground beside it. I'm gonna have to spray under the, around the fuel tank, because I got to pull the fuel tank off. Because this thing's been sitting, like I said, I haven't cranked it up and drove it in years. I don't want to take no crazy chances with that bad fuel in the tank. I got to figure out what kind of shape the fuel tank is in. If it's rusted out, full of rust, bad gas, that's the worst thing in the world, especially with this throttle body fuel injection. If I have to, I'll just replace that. You got to save all these old cars, man. You can't buy them like this anymore. You'll spend $50,000 for a regular old everyday car. And then you got to put up with all the electronics tearing up. Being spied on by the manufacturer and the dealerships. It ain't worth it. Everything's being assembled in Mexico. Quality control is non-existent. You can't get parts for new cars because the supply and demand. Had a dirt dauber's nest on top of that alternator. I know I shouldn't spray that alternator, but I don't care. I'll buy a new one if I have to. I could walk in Napa or any auto parts store and get any part for this thing I want. More than likely it's gonna be right there on the shelf. Get it all nice and soaped up. If you've ever had a Cavalier, I think these come in like a Pontiac version, and it's got this particular engine, which is a 2.0 liter. The distributor and everything, the distributor cap and rotors are way under this intake manifold, and it is almost nearly impossible to get to. You have to jack it way up in the air, get under it. And then the heater hoses that are way down there coming out of the firewall, they're almost impossible to get to. It ain't nowhere near like working on a new car, I tell you. Woo. Get everything nice and soaped up. Spare no soap. That's why I love my 22-year-old Suburban, mother's 25-year-old van. We've taken very good care of things over the years, and they're still nice. That ought to be enough soap. There's another dirt dauber's nest right there. Through there. Right there. Right up there. Crazy. Those little dirt daubers, they will absolutely build nests everywhere. There it goes. Okay, let's hose it. Let's hose it. Did I turn the water hose back on? Okay. Let's get to spraying this thing. Ugh. Go around on this side. I don't want to get Cat's tractor all wet. Well, I just got my creeper wet. I got to dry it. We must have a drain hose somewhere clogged up. All right, y'all, let me hit pause. When I come back, this thing will be spotless. Spotless. All right, nice and clean. There was so many leaves and stuff built up in here. Little flap right there. That little flap lets all the water run out of here. It was completely clogged. All right, we are clean. Gotta get a new battery, of course, whatever it needs. I had new tires put on it too years ago, but they still got the little knobbies on there. I never drove it. And now these tires are too old to trust. I never trust a tire more than 7 or 8 years old. Them things will come apart. All right, now what I'm gonna do is clean all the wheel wells and get on my creeper right there and try to wash out from under all the creepy crawlies up from under there, because I got to get under there and pull that fuel tank out. That fuel tank sits right under this seat right here. Didn't do. Because right here is the well for the spare tire. It sits in there, so the fuel tank is under the seat. See how this goes down? There's the wheel well for the spare tire, and then the fuel tank sits up there on the other side of that rear traction bar there. I'm gonna go to Lowe's and get some more jack stands too and shore this thing up really well, because I can't bench press it if something happens. All right, let me get to busy doing this here. I'll be right back. All right, pal, she's pretty and clean again. Let this thing sit here for a week or so and let it completely dry. I got all the wheel wells. I even got my creeper and got under it with the water hose and sprayed everything real good. Make sure we get no creepy crawlies. We're gonna pull the fuel tank out first thing, get it cleaned out, fuel system cleaning, and get a new battery and just get it running again. Maybe do a set of plugs. I need to do a leak down test, make sure she don't have a blown head gasket and stuff like that. So, yep, nice and clean. It's gonna have all new brake system, whatever else it might need. Nice and clean. Got her nice and clean. All right. I even took the water hose and sprayed the concrete under it real good, because it's still a little bit too low for me to get under it with my creeper. So I'm gonna have to slither under there on the bare concrete and work on it. All right, boys and girls. I mean, it's still a really nice car. It ain't been long since I put a new Pioneer CD player in it. Other than that, pretty nice little car. Yeah, I tell you, man, it's nice to have gotten to spend all day doing this. So nice. That tractor that was sitting right here just got gone. Yay. Ooh, now I can do some stuff for myself around the house. Yay. Well, all right, boys and girls, thanks for watching another Tom Doobie video. A little update on a new project we're working on. Ma's old car. I think it's got right about 140,000 miles on it, I believe. I had transmission rebuilt, new windshield put in it, new stereo. I had, I don't know what all I've done to it, new tires, but the tires are old. We'll have to have new tires, all new brakes. Just whatever it needs, I don't care. Whatever money we put into it, it's gonna be cheaper than a new one. Yep. Love y'all. Thanks for spending another day with me, watching another video. And by golly, we will catch y'all on the next one, man. I love y'all.